I'm Rita Crandall, and this is V-Bite, and I have had a magical day here in the French Quarter. I was one of the only shops open, and also including actually restaurants and bars. It has been a very stormy day and night. There have been tornado warnings, and here in the French Quarter, really there hasn't been that much except for one big gust of rain, and now a little bit more, but pretty much the streets are empty, except for the few tourists that have nowhere to go. So we have been pretty busy here today, and I've been entertained by some charming tourists, so that's been fun. I also had a little time to do some research, and it's been a very interesting day full of literature for me. I came across a website, vampires.com, that recommended a film that's what's it called? Animation. It's the, gosh darn it, The Extraordinary Tales of Edgar Allan Poe. And it is done by Raul Garcia. He is the producer and compiler of all these Edgar Allan Poe shorts. And every one is animated with a different style of animation, different narrators. And so it's a really nice compilation of Edgar Allan Poe stories. He is a raven that narrates it with his, he's on his lover's tomb, and he comes across a death, which is a feminine voice, and they actually narrate it together, and it's very interesting. He doesn't want to be left behind, and he will not be for nevermore. Anyway, it was wonderful, and I got it on Amazon Prime for $9.99. I could watch it immediately. I highly recommend you do that on a very stormy day or night. You will love it. Okay, also, I had a submission of a poem for one of our customers. He's been an ongoing customer for a while now, Gary W. Davis, and he said I could share the poem with you, and so I want to read it now. Bear with me, I'm not the best reader in the world, but I will also post it. But I was really very impressed with this. It's very original and definitely worth sharing. So here we go. It's called Gothic Night by Gary W. Davis. As the dying sun in the west spreads shadows over the tombstones, a cold wind sweeps through, and the ancient marbles moan. Then a foul miasma rises, and once hallowed ground, a faint mishappened orb of unearthly light and sound. A dark cadaverous form coalesces from eddies in the ether, sunken eyes, dendritic fingers, a most unholy creature. This denizen of the graves, whom the earth cannot bind, glides swiftly over the headstones, trailing vermin behind. Flying past the iron gates, it descends upon a darkened town. Windows shudder, cobblestones silent. No one lets his guard down. Careening through the deserted streets, the hunger grows by the hour, until a distant light is spotted in a tall medieval tower. A shadow of feminine shape beckons the creature toward the light. It scales the nitrid walls, battlements looming in the night. Into the chamber of a pure maiden enters death as a lover. It approaches her reclining form, like a bird of prey it hovers. With a gasp of fetid breath, the creature bestows a sanguinarian kiss. The dying maiden claspes him. The creature senses nothing amiss. The cock crows. Dawn erupts. Through the window sunlight pours. From skin to bone to dust, Nosferatu is no more. Really well. Thank you so much, Gary, for sharing that with us. And again, I will post that. And we have a short story coming up that I will probably post as well, by one of our authors who is doing a book signing here in March, and I will unveil that tomorrow night on V-Bite.